On this week's edition of This Must Be the Place, we're going to talk Lynnhurst.
Not my high school girlfriend.
Not Linda Hurst.
Correct.
And Baum.
Patty Hurst. Remember her?
That was a little bit before my time.
Yeah, it was before our time.
My wife tells me a lot about that. We're not going to talk about Patty.
No.
We're not going to talk about Linda. We're going to talk about Lynnhurst.
Yep.
The neighborhood.
The neighborhood.
We're going to do a little BoomTimes.
Yep.
We're going to do...
This Week in Minnesota History.
Are we doing that?
Yeah, dude.
Okay, we're going to do a little This Week in Minnesota History. And...
update the pubes a little bit with our story we read about.
Yeah, we will update the pubes. I thought you were going with the icks, but we're going to update the pubes. And then maybe we'll get into my existential crisis in life. I don't know.
Oh, boy. I didn't know we were going to...
We'll see.
Air that out.
We'll see where it goes.
All right, sounds good.
This must be the place. Yeah, this must be the place. Ain't no time to waste. Ain't no time to waste. So whether you in Minneapolis or St. Paul, Bloomington to Maple Grove, from the east side to the west side, down south to way up north, let me hear you say, this must be the place. Yeah, this must be the place. This must be the place.
You're right. Are you ready for a bad pun?
Yeah.
Hello! Hello and welcome
Here
to
we go.
This Must Be the Place.
Here we go.
The only Twin Cities podcast
Where?
one of the hosts is opening a Prince-themed
No.
fast food restaurant alternative to KFC and Popeyes called When Doves Fry.
That's
We're going to serve fried dove.
not fried chicken.
No.
Not a play on raspberry.
No.
No. Because I thought you were going to say
When doves fry.
where one of the hosts is starting a new hair replacement therapy company.
Raspberry toupee.
Yes, sir. Raspberry toupee.
No, this host is going to deep fry doves. How do you know if you don't try? Like chicken, it's been done.
Squab. That's
Yeah.
pigeon.
Yeah.
So who's to say a dove isn't delicious, yet peaceful?
Ooh.
Right?
It's like a national symbol of peace,
I
right?
think if you
I don't know if you can
if
fry
you like
doves.
killed a dove and fried it, it might be like killing a praying mantis. Might be on a protected list of
Well,
birds you can't fry.
I'm going to fry up a loon. Come arrest me.
What?
I don't know. It's illegal. You can't
do that to a loon?
kill a loon. It's
What
illegal.
I just realized the MSP airport, when it starts the baggage claim,
Yeah.
plays loon sounds. Loon sounds. I was
Really?
like, does someone have a bird in this airport? Because we were picking up my son
that
who
a
came back
new
from
thing?
Barcelona. Yeah, instead of the annoying like, wah, wah,
Yeah.
wah, it's, woo. I mean, that was more turkey than loon, but you get the idea.
Way more turkey.
It's and I was like, what's going on? And someone was like, that's what they play here now. It's a way better sound to start a baggage claim with, and it certainly personalizes the airport experience to Minnesota.
I feel like
You know in Philly, what they do?
they
They play some
punch you in the
guy.
face.
They play some guy yelling, "Blow it out your ass!" Yelling.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I feel like MSP gets a lot of love for being one of the best airports in
Yeah, it's a good
the
airport.
country. But
It's a
I
good
think it
airport.
lives up to it.
I don't travel nearly as much as my wife does.
Yeah.
And she is constantly like, oh, this airport is so far above and beyond most of the other ones. Dallas in particular.
Visiting her
is
second
great. Yeah.
families around the
All,
country.
all over. It's second, third,
Casey-
second, third, fourth, all of them.
Casey says that his wife travels for work a lot, and I've convinced him. I have not convinced him, but I'm trying to convince him that
It's
she
fine. You
has
know,
different families all around
My
the country
kids listen to this podcast and cry themselves to sleep at night over this. So
about all their half siblings.
thanks for that. Much appreciated.
Did your son like Barcelona?
Barcelona.
Yes.
He did. The family was amazing.
Eat a lot of tapas, paellas,
He said the food is
sangria.
not great. And it's most of the time I've
He's
heard.
an American kid,
No. I've heard this from lots of people who traveled to Barcelona. He's like, this is his quote. It's like they're allergic to flavor. it's like lots of eggs
Sure.
and eggs and potatoes and the
Yeah.
thing. It's
Fish.
well, so he's allergic to shellfish, so he couldn't really do like the
Oh,
paella thing.
Yeah, right.
He said the burgers there are pretty rare. He said the pasta, they eat pasta and they cook this big bowl of steaming pasta and then they go to the fridge and get a cold can of tomato sauce and dump it on the pasta and it's freezing. And he wondered why would they do that?
That's some British ass sounding.
And he was like, and it wasn't just my family, like that's the thing to do there.
You make pasta, dump cold tomato sauce.
Yeah. He had a burger. He said they cooked burgers and it was raw. And then the daughter went to the fridge and got the cold tomato sauce and dumped it on the burger. So he and his buddy made plans when they hit the Dallas airport because they flew through Dallas on the way back. They mapped out where the Wingstop was and where the Chick-fil-A was. And immediately, because he's like, they also don't do fried chicken.
Right.
So, yeah, but he really enjoyed it, man. Like he went snowboarding in the Pyrenees. He went paddleboarding on the Med.
Is that what they call the Mediterranean?
That's what they call the Mediterranean. That's what I call the Mediterranean.
Clearly.
And the architecture, the pictures, all
Yeah, everything's
gorgeous.
old as
like
shit.
All the Gaudi
Beautiful.
stuff.
Yeah.
That big new cathedral. I don't know if it's new.
Our Lady of the Worthless Miracle.
No,
That was from The Naked Gun.
no, but it's incredible. And so I'm about to look up what it's called. La Familia Grata, I think. And I've never seen architecture like that, let alone like new architecture, the amount of detail and level they put into this. So just even seeing those pictures was pretty incredible.
That's awesome, man.
Great
And that's
experience for him.
Another great, one of the few great things of technology now versus if we were to have done that trip when we were in high school. He's taking photos on his phone, send them to you immediately. Like you don't have to spend 2 weeks waiting to get them developed. Like you can know what he's talking about.
And they're not from like, obviously we had digital photography as we hit the end of our high school run and into college, digital cameras.
Yes.
But imagine earlier on
high
a trip
school,
like
did we?
that, you're not, no, not in high school. But if we took that in high school, we're fucking buying the disposables and hoping that the pictures don't just suck.
God.
Like
disposable cameras. Kids,
whole different
our kids
world.
will never know.
Now those are like bar mitzvah party favors.
Yes.
So yeah, it was a great time. He had a great time, but he did say like I might catch heat for this with all the America should be better stuff that I feel, but he was like, America's goated, bro. Like I think traveling has a way of opening your world up in ways you didn't know, but also a way of making appreciate what you have.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, he had a great time.
Let's get Neighborhood Watch out of the way.
Lynnhurst.
And now, This Must Be the Place presents Neighborhood Watch.
Lynnhurst.
Do you know the boundaries of Lynnhurst? Because I don't.
So here we go.
I do actually.
Okay. So this is kind of
North, east, southwest.
This is a thought experiment. Not a thought experiment. It's basically a segment in which normally I do a lot of research on these neighborhoods. And this one, I'm winging it. Casey did.
It's a role reversal?
It's a role reversal.
I started researching it early on when I cared.
Yeah.
I came prepared.
Yes.
I cared and I came prepared.
Yep.
Now, flying by the seat of my pants. But not today.
Not today. You know what? You know what you're talking about today, and I don't. But I do know Lynnhurst really well. At least I think I do. Let us see if.
Give me the borders.
Okay. So I know. So Lynnhurst is a neighborhood in Minneapolis. So far.
Ding, 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 ding. Way to go.
Okay. Now, my guess is.
Are you going to Sarah Palin this response? You're just going to say a bunch of words without saying anything?
It is possible.
Okay.
It's south. It sits immediately southeast of Lake Harriet.
Sure.
Is that right?
Yeah, it does. Give me some streets.
Oh, fuck.
You got this.
Okay. So I'm going to say that we are to the east. We are Lyndale to the east.
Yes, sir.
Is that right?
Ding, 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 ding,
Okay.
ding.
To the south, I am going to say 54th. Am I close?
That's
Is that right?
That's correct, sir.
Wow, good for me.
Yeah. I think you're gonna do well.
To the west, I'm going to say Penn. Is that right?
You got it.
And then north, this is where, because the lake's right there. Okay, I'll say 46th.
Dude, this is perfect.
I can't believe I got that right.
5 for 5, 4
I
for
can't
4,
believe
whatever
I got
it is.
that right.
Yeah. So it goes up Penn, hits Lake Harriet, kind of swoops around the southwest corner to 46, and then across to Lyndale. Yeah.
Because you got Kingfield, right? North of that.
Exactly, man.
And then south of that, you've got Armitage or Kenny.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Tangletown to the east.
Tangletown to the east and
good
Linden
job,
Hills to the
man.
west. Wow.
That's well done. Well done.
I'm proud of myself.
So-
anything else I should guess? I kind of want to leave on top. I don't want to embarrass myself.
You don't want to get to it? So, according to, do you say niche or niche?
I think it's niche.
Okay.
I think we say niche.
Okay. According to niche, it is the number 3 neighborhood to live in all of Minneapolis.
In terms of desirability or what?
Yeah. No, I have no idea how they rank these things, but they rank them and they put it out there. I don't know their methodology, but I know that I'm going to use niche as from here on out. We're going to standardize neighborhood watch, so we can compare and contrast in a way that helps people figure out what they want, where they want to be.
Understood.
Okay, so it's the number 3 neighborhood according to niche.
Yes.
It is an A+ for young families. Again, have no idea how they rank that. I'm sure it has to do with school choice, quality of life,
Parks,
all those measures,
green
right?
spaces,
yeah. Parks and rec,
lakes.
How many people do you think live in Lynnhurst? That's a big.
It can't be that many because it's not that big of a.
It's not that big.
It's not that big of a neighborhood.
It is slightly larger than what is the Highland Bridge development in St. Paul, the old Ford Parkway plant.
6,500.
Dude,
am I close?
Like nuts on.
I swear to God, I don't know. I have not looked at
6,500. Exactly. I mean, 6,477, give or take. So, like,
I swear to God,
good.
I did not know that.
All right. So this is surprising to me. According to Niche, 53% of the people that live in Lynnhurst above college age have a master's degree or higher. 53%. 32% have bachelor's or higher. And I think something like 96% of the people who live in Lynnhurst have some form of college education. So super smart mofos that live there.
Some of our best friend, my ex-girlfriend and I, who I later married, established.
Yep.
Some of our best friends live in Lynnhurst, and they check the boxes of which you speak.
Yeah.
They hold master's degrees.
Yeah.
Shout out Mark and Michelle. Mark will be embarrassed by this.
Yeah.
But he was once in Mensa. Are you familiar with Mensa?
Yeah. Those are the big brain people.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, but he's like the good kind of Mensa where he's like humble and wry about it.
Sure, until he gets drunk.
Until he gets drunk, and then he big times it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It is, most people, I think like 60% of the population in Lynnhurst is over 35. And then there's like the college age gap of like 1%, like 17 to 24 or something like that. Mm-hmm. And then the rest are pre-college, like young kids 0 to 17 or something like that. So it checks the box for like families, very family-oriented neighborhood. Super white neighborhood.
That tracks.
As white as it gets. Less white than Stillwater.
Dude, you remember our Stillwater episode? Stillwater was like 96%.
The whitest place in Minnesota. Less white than Stillwater. 85%. 85% whiteys.
Yes.
Median household income, what do you want to take a guess? Remember, all smart mofos who don't have to deal with the racial gap within pay inequality in this country.
Yes. But there are women that live there.
There
a lot
are
of women.
There are. So that
75
does
cents
drop
on the
them
dollar.
down a little bit.
I'm gonna say 175K.
Keep going up.
Really?
Yeah.
225.
203.
Wow.
Which is almost 3 times the national average.
Yep.
And then it's, I mean, other than the stats about it, it's just like, it's a killer neighborhood.
It's great.
Super walkable to Lake Harriet,
Yep.
Minnehaha
The Creek.
Creek,
Yeah.
Minnehaha Parkway,
Minnehaha Parkway.
Lynnhurst Park.
Yep.
It's got a bunch of tennis courts all over the place. It's got this sort of renowned sledding hill in the area. Do you know about that?
No.
I think it's called the Newton Sledding Hill.
Ooh.
It's you know about the schools in there. You're always talking about Kenny, the Kenny Community School. You're always dropping the name Kenny.
Certainly am not.
Hey, I know there's a neighborhood named Kenny.
I know Burroughs is
Burroughs.
a very highly sought after
Justice Page
elementary school.
Although Justice Page
is in Tangletown, bro.
is in Tangletown.
Correct.
So the Lynnhurst area website is fudging its borders a bit.
Quite.
So
Yes.
let's get into, you want to talk about like the houses in Lynnhurst? Because I know that you know mainly what the houses are in terms of like architectural style.
Yeah, I feel like they're all 100 years old.
Yeah, okay. So the history of Lynnhurst is mid-1800s, it was very agricultural. Like downtown Minneapolis was the core, and it was just starting to send streetcar lines out to the southwest. And as those streetcar lines reached out to Lake Harriet, the Como, Harriet streetcar line, whatever else, there was a community that popped up.
A cult?
I don't know if it was
cults
a
are interesting.
cult. I think it could have been a cult. A colony is the word I was, but it was called the Colony of Lynnhurst in the mid-1800s.
I'm guessing the Lynn of Lynnhurst refers to Lyndale, like
I think so. There's
Mr.
lots
Lyndale.
of Lynns around here.
yeah.
Linden Hills, spelled different, but it's Linden Hills.
Yeah, but Linden is a kind of tree.
So maybe Vikings like the L, the Y, and the N, or the L, the I, and the N.
I think that's
I don't know.
the big takeaway here.
Yeah. Mid-1800s, all agricultural, which tracks with like when we did Richfield, what Richfield was and why it's now the flower capital of the world.
We didn't do Richfield,
Yeah, we did.
did we?
No,
No, we didn't.
but we did the community directly north of Richfield, which used to be part of Richfield,
Yeah, that is
directly south of
That is Wyndham.
Wyndham.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yes.
we did Wyndham.
We did Wyndham.
Which is just north. Yes,
but it was Richfield before.
correct.
Yeah, and Richfield because they were rich fields and they were.
I think Linden
agricultural.
Hills was also part of Richfield.
Yeah. And maybe this was too.
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe as we've discussed, Richfield was like Chicago, Richfield. And
That's right.
then Minneapolis had a war with Richfield, lots of bloodshed, took it over.
It's
and the colony of Lyndale was born.
Lynnhurst.
So
It's canon.
yeah, so there was a lot of building. Originally in the late 1890s or something like that, there was the first big homes that were built. And they wanted it to be on purpose more like upper middle class, right? So they decided that the homes that were going to be built there were going to have to cost more than $3,000 for the bar for entry. Big houses that cost more than $3,000. Can you imagine? Give me a big house. Make it really big because I need it to cost more than $3,000.
Jesus.
And then as those grew, there became this boom in sort of the 1920s, right? Which brought about a reaction to all of the Victorian ornate sort of older homes that you see in the rest of the Twin Cities, especially in the downtown core, right? When you think about like Summit Avenue or Cathedral Hill or Nicollet Island, we did a lot.
Nicollet Island,
right?
yeah.
Really ornate Victorian Queen Anne style houses. the arts and crafts movement kind of aligned with when Lynnhurst was being built up, and it was a reaction to that movement. So it was the Prairie Arts and Crafts, what became known as the Foursquare style, which was like very plain box, right? Like 4 corners of the house, rooms.
But big.
But still big.
Yeah.
But they called it like honest woodwork, right?
Sure.
So like it was the reaction to this like fancy, foofy kind of stuff, which at the time was seen to be mass produced, right? Which is crazy to think about now. You think about like how much it would cost to build a Victorian house or like to get that level of architecture or woodworking skill. But at the time they were like, oh, this stuff's being pumped out, right? Like glossy pop music. Give me some Nirvana. I want an honest band. I want Billy Joel. I want a working man in Allentown to tell me what's going on.
I don't get that.
You know what I'm saying?
No. Billy Joel's from what is Allentown?
Allentown was that
a city?
That was a song that he did.
Oh,
because we're living here in Allentown. It was about the working man, man. It's about
I fucking hate Billy
It's about the iron industry in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
So, anyways, maybe that'll land with some people. Maybe it won't.
No, of course
doesn't
it will.
matter.
Of course it will.
So you have a ton of Foursquares.
Yes.
You have a ton of Tudor revivals.
Ton of Tudors.
Ton of colonial revivals.
Yep. I was just gonna say.
Yep. And then, I mean, those are really the 3, and then some craftsmen.
Yeah, there's craftsmen and like smaller bungalows and stuff here and there, but yeah, that's rings true in my mind when I'm kind of thinking about
and they're large and they're a little bit larger in that neighborhood.
Yeah, like
than some of the other examples of that architecture.
Yes,
throughout time. And those Foursquares were built as spec homes to try to entice people to move there. So it's like we do a lot of talking to clients and in neighborhood groups and everything else where they talk about like new builds, respect the neighborhood. Don't do this, don't do that, right?
Yeah.
Like you see it a lot maybe in Matt Groveland when they talk about campus sprawl, right? And a single family home getting torn down to build a new 4-plex for student housing, right? And you have people talking about how it doesn't respect the neighborhood, but not realizing that if you go up the block, you got these pre-war 4-plexes that were brick that blend into the neighborhood that they don't even think about.
Correct.
And it's the same with these spec homes. Like it's every...
And respect the neighborhood is so racism coded anyway.
Yeah, right.
But people say
that's a whole other discussion.
That's a whole other
Respect the character of the neighborhood.
Yeah.
But the point of all of these neighborhoods is that they've always evolved.
Yes.
And they've always had spec homes. And they've always had reactions to other type of architecture that was elsewhere in the city, right? If you really take a look at any snapshot of a city, even the neighborhoods that you love and think are great, you're going to see houses built in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, all the way up.
Correct.
Right? And it's like only the new ones really get shit on. No one's really talking about that 80s split level that's hanging out on the corner because it's been there for so long.
And a spec home, for those that care, is just a house that a builder makes all the choices for in terms of finishes, whether it be like countertops, hardware, cabinetry, but also layout, and then they market it and sell it. So it's not a custom build that the buyer wants.
It's like very closely related to...
But it's a new build.
A model home.
Yeah.
For like the Bluth family builders.
Yes.
Right? Where...
Hopefully built better than the Bluth.
Where you can live in the attic and Tobias Funke can be an Evernude for you as you sell frozen bananas on Lake Harriet. That was
right.
what
and Lindsay
Lynnhurst
can get a job in beads.
So Lindsay.
And then Will Arnett says, bees? And then she says, beads. And then he goes, beads? It's my favorite line. Outside of the Ann Veal side.
It's such a good show.
It's so good. Anyway, this has now turned into an Arrested Development appreciation
The takeaway
podcast.
is, after the Great War between Minneapolis and Richfield, up sprang the colony of Lynnhurst as a reaction to the Victorian slop that was being mass-produced by the elite of Minneapolis. You feel me?
I feel you.
Let's talk about what we like in Lynnhurst.
Well,
this is an interesting one.
I'm a big fan of Minnehaha Creek and Minnehaha Boulevard. For the almost all of the two of them for their winding, meandering charm throughout South Minneapolis. And I think it especially pops in Lynnhurst because as you exit...
That's the one-way part.
Most of it is a one-way, But if you're on a bike, like I am when I bike to Lake Harriet, when you bike back to southeast Minneapolis from Lake Harriet and you hop on the bike lane,
Grand Rounds.
the Grand Rounds, you kind of meander through the woods next to the creek, and then there's tennis courts, and then there's Lynnhurst Park, and you're going by you're just checking all the Lynnhurst boxes. Yeah. And that's what I love about Lynnhurst. I love the restaurants. I love the charm. I love the architecture.
Do you like?
Okay.
Because I'm going to add a bunch of restaurants into Lynnhurst that are not actually in Lynnhurst, but they're on corners.
Like Red Wagon Pizza?
Like if you stare across the street.
Like Red Wagon Pizza, yeah.
Like Colita.
Yeah, but if you go across the street, now is Saturday Dumpling Company, which is brand new.
It's on there.
Which is technically in Lynnhurst.
No, because it's still on the...
No, it's on the Penn. It's on the east side of Penn.
It's on the east, but it's on the southeast side. Is it not? Not the northeast side.
Oh, you're right. You just blew my mind.
Yep. So if you can walk across the street, then the restaurant's like triple.
Yes.
Right?
Because you've got Colita and you've got Red Wagon and you've got Saturday Dumpling Company.
Yeah, in Lynnhurst, you have the malt shop. Been there forever. George and the Dragon.
Shout out to Angie Merlin. She's the owner of the malt shop.
Okay. Shortwave coffee.
Not familiar.
It's just like 5 watt, but it's shortwave.
Oh, got it.
You know, there is Broder's, the
across
world
the
famous
street from Lynnhurst. Yes.
No, I think that's in because it's 50th, and is it Penn?
Yeah, southwest corner of 50th and Penn.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you're right. You got Broder's.
You got Broder's. You got Lake Harriet
You used
Pizza.
to have Terzo, but it closed because of all the flooding last year.
And then if you go down Lyndale more, you got the Kowalskis right there.
Yeah.
You got Prima.
Yeah.
You got El Sazon Cocina.
I don't know what that is. But
It's a Latin American place. It's pretty good.
okay.
You got Max Fish and Chips.
Hell yeah.
You go to the north side,
of which
on the other
Casey,
side of
my co-host, famously puts ketchup on fish and chips.
Is there a problem with that? Do we have to go back to the Obama?
I'm not
the
going to
Obamas?
say yes. Malt vinegar is the only acceptable.
You know what's close?
In this house?
For my money?
For my money?
Do you know
Anyway, go ahead.
Do you know what's close to Lynnhurst, but not in Lynnhurst?
South Lyndale Liquors, where
You got it.
get the best sandwiches of my life.
Yes. And Patisserie 46 on the north side.
Yeah, that's Kingfield, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, technically, but that's what we're doing.
Right there.
And then Brasa and Alma Provisions.
Correct.
Right?
Got
so
tons
like,
of stuff.
There's like only a little bit within Lynnhurst, but like we'll call it Lynnhurst adjacent. We'll call it Lynnjacent.
Lynnjacent.
There's a lot going on, man. And you couple that with Lake Harriet and South Lake Harriet Beach and all that stuff. It's an amazing neighborhood. But you got to be ready to pony up almost $705,000 for a medium house price.
So like the rub is because we deal with relocation clients that come in from out of town, and the vibe within the Twin Cities, people hear about it, it's Linden Hills, right?
Yeah.
Everybody knows Linden Hills. And Lynnhurst is right next to Linden Hills and as expensive as Linden Hills and touches the lake just like Linden Hills does.
Yep. Just doesn't have that quaint little
it doesn't
sort
have
of
that,
downtown core.
The 43rd and Upton.
Yeah.
43rd and Upton.
Yeah.
It doesn't have that, but it's got
everything else.
Yeah, everything else. It's got 50th and Penn.
And it's got the Parkway closer.
Yeah, man.
So you're trading off the cute little downtown for Minnehaha Creek.
Yes.
And you can walk there super quick.
Yeah.
So
if you are...
Number 3, best neighborhood in Minneapolis.
What are the number 1 and 2? Or we'll get to them eventually?
I have no idea what they are.
Got it.
But we will get to them because we're standardizing this.
Niche. What else do we have to talk about Lynnhurst?
That's all I got for Lynnhurst,
I think that was
man.
good. That was really good. I think we We hit what we needed to hit with Lynnhurst. It's a super cute neighborhood.
Yeah. If you have ducats, put Lynnhurst in your bucket.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Not as good as Arrested Development, I don't think.
No.
Curb Your
No.
Enthusiasm, but it was very good.
Yeah. It was good.
All right. Well, moving along.
BoomTimes or this week?
Okay. Well, first we want to. So, full disclosure, we don't talk about real estate that much, but we are realtors. And I came across.
Hold on. If you have questions or comments about anything we do, we don't do this enough. Get in touch with us, please. This must be the place pod, P-O-D, at gmail.com. We would love to hear from you.
Yes.
We would love to hear neighborhoods you love.
We will mention you by name and talk about your questions, comments, concerns on the podcast, presuming they're respectful.
Disagree with us. Tell us what we could do better. Tell us what we are doing well. Tell us why we're morons. I welcome it all, right? Let's engage.
This must be the place pod at gmail.com. Or we have a phone number that is exclusive.
What is that number?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Do you have any idea?
It starts with 612.
It does.
324.
Huh?
9.
Do you not know?
Well, I used to know, but we haven't promoted the phone number on this podcast in so long that I'm having a hard time remembering the phone number. But I believe it's 612 234. Not 324.
Yeah.
234.
Yeah, even easier.
Yes.
1889.
1889.
Yes. Leave a voicemail. We'll play it.
We'll play the
live.
voicemail.
We'll play it live. Then we'll edit it and we'll air it not live.
Yeah.
But we'll play it live. So join us. Join the conversation. What do you got?
Okay, so I came across this article because we're realtors, but this is germane to, I think, most people's lives.
Jermaine.
It means relevant, I think.
I always go to Jermaine.
From Flight of the Conchords?
Yes.
It's another good show.
Great show.
The Mercury News, which is a California publication.
It's a real one, too?
It's a real-in.
Okay.
Just came out with a article today, mid-March.
Okay.
2026, the year of our Lord.
Okay.
That Quartz countertops.
Quartz
countertops, which have been the rage for a good reason, I feel like, for a decade, right? Probably.
Sure. Yeah.
I have them in my house. You have them in your house.
I wouldn't get it again, though.
Well, I wouldn't.
Not even before this.
Okay. It kind of, feel like it was kind of like a answer to the granite boom of 20 years ago, maybe, you know? What's that one local company that sucks that's all granite?
Cambria?
Yeah, Cambria.
They're all quartz, I believe.
No, they were granite, bro.
No, because they like fake.
Maybe they're both.
Yeah,
and maybe now
I think
transitioned
Cambria is all quartz because, and that's what I was going to say. I think quartz was the answer to, granites are really hard to find in light colors. And marble
you don't ever see granite
is
in light
incredibly,
colors.
Marble patinas and stains and isn't everybody's cup of tea.
Right. You spill a glass of like
red
Cabernet.
wine or lemon juice or something like that, right? And so, and quartzite, which is a natural material, is really hard to cut and manufacture. It's brittle, it breaks because of the structure of the quartzite.
Correct.
So quartz was this man-made alternative.
It's like you read this article and you did it.
But I know, because of the renovation stuff, I know quite a bit about this stuff.
Sure.
So it was a way to get something that it was a little bit heat resistant, that could clean up easy, that you could do in light colors.
Yeah. That doesn't make the room look small.
Less expensive than a granite because only certain granites come in those light colors and they get really, really expensive.
Yeah.
Or you're into marble and then with the drawbacks or soapstone or whatever else.
Yeah.
So it was a man-made alternative to that where you could have some more design implementation to fit whatever sort of renovation style you were going for.
Yeah, and it's very common, very popular for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a great material. However, this article is showing that studies have been finding that people that work in the trade of countertops or whatever,
like the fabrication.
Exactly, the cutting, all that stuff, the smoothing, whatever else they do, and haul around these big slabs of quartz, are developing lung problems, like really bad.
Worse than if they were just cutting marble or granite.
Yes, because of the level of silica.
Okay.
So in natural quartzite, like you were saying, there's not that much natural silica.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 3 to 30%, which isn't enough to do lung damage.
Mm-hmm.
But in this manufactured quartzite, commonly known as Quatrz Counters, there's up to 90% silica in there. And this shit, if you work 48, 50 hours a week manufacturing this stuff for a couple years, it seems that like 20% of people get this disease called silicosis, which it's incurable and it's aggressive. And like they have an example of this dude in Oakland. He's a father of 5 named Jose Pena. He has it and it's aggressive, and now he can't even walk down the block with his kids because he starts gasping for breath and reaching for his oxygen tank, and he's 54 years old. Like, this is becoming a common occurrence, and they didn't know really why until recently.
Not to make light of this, but it certainly sounds like pretty soon we're going to be seeing Mesh, Besher, and Spence ads for this disease, right?
Exactly
right? It's like the mesothelioma thing, or
I was just going to say
right?
it's corollary to asbestos is becoming. I think that is what's going to be happening with quartz countertops. I didn't know that.
Right, it poses no risk to the end user, right? It's in your house.
No.
You chip your countertop, you're good. It's got to be friable, airborne.
Yes.
Lung kind of
Sorry, that should be first and foremost.
Yeah.
If you have quartz countertops, and you're listening to this or watching this, many of you do, I'm sure.
You're
fine.
You can lick your countertops; it'll be fine.
I don't know why you're not licking your countertops anyway, but they've already been banned in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
IKEA stopped selling them because of a lawsuit, and they don't want whatever negativity comes from it. Obviously, not out of the goodness of their hearts, but whatever, they don't do it anymore, which is fine. And their lawsuits are piling up. And big retailers like Costco, Home Depot, they still sell them, Lowe's, that kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
They still sell them, but they're starting to get...
Maybe not for long.
Right. They're starting to get sued.
Which whatever, man. Like, there'll be a new innovation in countertop technology.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or
right.
we'll go back to natural stone or natural whatever.
Yeah, like
for a
soapstone,
while.
I feel like could be, if you can figure out... Epoxy.
Resins, natural resins.
Sure.
I'm sure there's something wrong with that if you start standing those up.
Probably.
You know?
Probably. It's like huff and glue.
Yeah. So, but it's interesting because there is like Cambria, I believe, is mostly quartz at this point.
Okay.
Silestone, all those different companies are just brand names for the stone, right? Kleenex is a brand name for tissue.
Right.
I think it's all a brand name for quartz.
Interesting.
I think.
Well, according to California State Public Health officials, in 2023, there was 4,000 people working in stone fabrication shops.
Mm-hmm.
1 in 5, they estimate that 1 in 5 will get silicosis, with 160 of those 850 dying.
And
unless they get a lung transplant, but the lung transplant
can't be solved by proper safety precautions or like ventilators or like hazmat suits.
Here we go.
Or whatever.
That's a good question. The fat cats in big quartz are saying this can be mitigated. Health officials are saying you can mask up as much as you want. It doesn't.
The particulate is so small.
It's a combination of the particulate being that small, and also, it is that small, but also it similar to asbestos, it could get on your clothes, and then if it gets airborne, at like 6 hours later, then it gets in your lungs.
So it's like you set up like full on like a wash station sort of like triage level, like outbreak type situations, and then nobody's doing that for fabrication purposes.
Right.
Yeah.
But half of all quartz countertop sales worldwide occur in North America.
Yep.
And it's analogous to asbestos. And I don't know how much longer it's going to be a thing.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll wait and see to see if some other alternatives pop up.
They'll package it. They'll package it. Next year's design trends. Quartz is out.
Right.
You know?
Right. You're right.
Butcher block is back.
Yeah. Wait for it. See, when you guys see Quartz is out, Butcher block is back.
You're gonna realize that.
Yep. And then big mineral oil.
Big mineral
oil will put their thumb on the scale.
Yeah. The deep pockets of big mineral oil
with wood butcher block countertops.
Linseed oil.
Yes.
Those fat cats.
Anyway, I thought that article was super interesting.
Yeah, it is. It absolutely is.
Okay, so before we do BoomTimes, I did want to do This Day in Minnesota History. Cut that. This Week in Minnesota History.
This week in Minnesota. This week in Minnesota history.
Makes me want to fight with some soccer hooligans.
This week in Minnesota history in 1882.
That's a long time ago.
That's like 144 years ago. A guilty verdict is rendered in the impeachment trial of Judge Eugene St. Julian Cox.
No way.
Yeah, dude. Who had been accused of conducting a trial while drunk.
Pete Hegseth's lineage.
Yes. His cause probably was not helped when 10 bartenders testified to his ability to hold his liquor. Oh, I thought that was a good one.
Was he from Forest Lake?
It doesn't say, but one can only assume if it's that he's related to Pete Hegseth.
Okay.
In 2002, you were here for this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Governor Jesse the Body Ventura signed a law designating the image known as Grace the official state photograph. Now, this photograph was taken by a Swedish-American photographer named Eric Enstrom in 1918. Why I wanted to say it is I don't think it's just me. Everybody's grandparents or great-grandparents had this photo in their kitchen or, you got to look it up.
This doesn't...
Do you have religious grandparents?
Not really, no.
Then they probably didn't have. So
I don't think Jews from the East Coast had Grace in their...
No, this is very Lutheran. This is a Catholic or Lutheran-ass photograph. Grace image.
This one?
Yes. So it's an image of an old-ass man, white man with a big white beard, bowing his head in prayer with like bread. I don't know.
Saying grace.
Saying grace. Yes, that image was in at least one of my grandparents' kitchens. My whole childhood. It's iconic as hell.
Yeah.
All these greatest generation or World War II era Lutheran Scandinavian Minnesotans had this shit. Anyway, so Jesse Ventura named that I didn't know we had an official state photograph, but
neither did I. And
turns out we do.
Yeah.
And in 1920, this week in Minnesota history, W.E.B. Du Bois gave a lecture in St. Paul, sponsored by the local chapter of the NAACP. Now, the reason I bring this up is because in public schools are great. They didn't teach us about W.E.B. Du Bois.
No.
When I was in...
The souls of black folk wasn't a big thing for middle schoolers.
Dude. And I learned about him in college.
Yeah.
in
For sure.
a sociology class, and it kind of changed my life.
Listen, man,
it changed the way I think about the world. And if I wasn't, this is a reason for kids to go to college. Like, you need to learn about people like him. You need to.
Yeah.
It gives you a better perspective on micro-locally, the country, the world, society at large. Like, brilliant black sociologist of the 19th century.
Yep.
Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it's a larger, like, the war on, like, knowledge and
It is a much larger
information
thing.
and
Yeah.
all that other stuff. But yeah, like,
I just wanted to shout him out because
I didn't learn about him until college. And I think my son just actually finished reading The Souls of Black Folk as in high school, because I was like, you should read this. Like, you get to, I gave him the autobiography of Malcolm X, Cain by Gene Toomer, which is an incredible
I've
collection
not read
of
that.
short stories and poems. W.E.B. Du Bois stuff.
Is it Du Bois? I always thought it was Dubois.
I mean, I always say Du Bois, but like,
You're probably right. I said Kwong for 20 years.
Du Bois.
Yeah.
Where how French do you want to be? And then some other ones like D.H. Lawrence of Sons and Lovers.
Sure.
There's just like a lot of great quintessential American canonical literature that like people should read and be exposed to. That I should probably reread. But yeah, he was.
But I feel like the Diary of Anne Frank and Night by Elie Wiesel and like
Sure.
and even like the Chinua Achebe,
Sure.
like
Yeah.
Things Fall Apart,
Yes.
or whatever. Like those are taught in high school, and like at least for me they were.
Yeah, I think Anne Frank is
I feel
taught
like
even
this
earlier than that.
I'm getting off on a
What I
tangent.
think it's because
My
that
bad.
was written. I think that was written
From a young person's
from a young person's perspective,
Sure.
and you could tie it into the World War II or whatever. But like, you could tie this into
Hell
Reconstruction and slavery and
Hell
Jim Crow.
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's interesting what gets taught and what doesn't get taught, and it's interesting what books they're reading nowadays, like in my son's high school versus what I read, to like modernize even some of that.
Yeah, interesting.
So, yeah,
anyway, he gave a speech here
yeah,
a long time ago.
and it was probably pretty good.
It was probably pretty good.
Yeah, it's probably Macalester.
Did you hear about the professor pissing?
Yeah, Professor Piss.
You heard about this?
Yeah, my buddy Seth. Shout out Seth Benzinger. We grabbed lunch at Bolé last week.
Yeah.
And he was like, the Macalester thing. And I was like, what Macalester thing? He
I'm
was like,
so
apparently
glad we mentioned this
there's
on the
a
pod.
professor this week in Minnesota history. This week.
Casey's alma mater. He went to Macalester.
Apparently he's been pissing in student
backpacks.
stuff for like years. I don't understand the how of it. Does he just
Ex-professor.
whip it out in class and pee on some stuff? Did he take the bag into the bathroom? Was there supposedly, my buddy said something about water bottles? Like,
What a ridiculous story.
yeah, I don't. So
An ex-professor at Macalester College had been pissing in, on, around, near students' belongings
for a
for a
long
long
time.
time.
Yeah.
I don't even know what else to say. I just wanted to bring it up.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Fucking creepers in every walk of life.
Even
know?
in higher learning institutions.
I would imagine there are lots of them.
Yes,
Right?
yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Check the Epstein files.
Oh, God.
That's all I got for this week in Minnesota history.
Cool. It's a good one, man.
Welcome to Boom Times, a segment called Boom Times, Boom Times.
For the uninitiated, if you're new here, Boom Times is a segment.
The B, the O, the M, the T, the I, the M, the E. It's Boom Times. That's the new theme song, Boom Times. What is that off of? The J, the I, the M, the Y. You remember that song?
Yeah.
Come on,
Tribe
man.
Called Quest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta roll with the Boom Times
I
version
agree.
of that. And we have to now incorporate officially books. Only often movies.
So
Only offensive movies?
Boom Times
We can work it.
is a segment since the dawning of this podcast, episode 1. It's a segment at the end of the podcast in which we talk about BoomTimes, all capital letters, BMTMS, books, movies, TV, music, sports. Anything we've been enjoying since the last episode that we can talk to the people about. Hey, if you have any BoomTimes that you have been liking lately that fit that criteria, email us. thismustbetheplacepod@gmail.com.
Look at this.
Or call us at 612-234-1889. So BoomTimes. It's sweeping the Twin Cities right now. Do you want to talk about anything for BoomTimes first, or do you want to sing that song again, or
The B, the O, the M? No. Okay.
Oh God, you are going to talk about
I
that.
am going to talk about this. Jack Harlow released a new album last week. And there was an interview with the New York Times. And they were interviewing him, and they were getting at the fact that his album is not a rap album. It's an R&B record. Glasper did it.
Robert Glasper.
Robert Glasper did.
Who we were talking about at the office the other day.
Yes.
He's part of like a California collective of younger, classically trained,
Incredible musicians.
Incredible musicians.
Yes.
Thundercat, Kamasi Washington.
Yep.
Robert Glasper.
Yep.
Then there's many more.
So Jack Harlow teams up with him, create an R&B album. Not much rap, right? No rap on it, really. And did an interview with the New York Times, and the memorable quote from the interview was, "I got blacker."
Oh, he said that?
I got blacker. Now, the context to that quote is the New York Times was like, in an era where many of your contemporary peers have retreated back into what is traditionally known as safe white sounds, AKA Post Malone country, Jelly Roll country, like white artists who came in, appropriated black music, black culture, now finding safe spaces, Kid Rock, and like a bigger audience of retreating back and looking like a culture vulture, right? That was the sort of insinuation, where he was like, you made an active choice to delve deeper into what traditionally is known as black music.
Yeah.
And Jack Harlow was like, I know what I like. I know what sounds good to me. And so it was a conscious decision on my part, like, to go deeper into what I feel is artistry, right? I've done the pop music and like the celebrity, and if that can exist with me diving into the artistry side of what I do, great. But if it doesn't, like, what's important to me is exploring my artistry and not chasing, right?
Sure, that's all valid.
And so the interviewer was like, so you went deeper into black music. And tongue in cheek, he said with a smirk on his face, yeah, I got blacker, right? But the headline is, I got blacker. And you listen to
context is everything.
You listen to the album, and I'm not going to call it a great album because it's musically and production-wise, it is phenomenal. It is great. The organ playing,
little problem with
the
Jack
bass.
Harlow on there.
Jack
'Cause he
Harlow
sucks.
is I'm not going to go that far. He's a decent writer with a very average voice. So this record is a big deal only because it's unexpected from Jack Harlow and the headlines, right? Rapper goes straight up R&B. But if I listen to it and like if Daniel Caesar were singing this record or some incredible vocalist were singing this record, I'd be like, damn, they incorporated.
D'Angelo.
Well, yeah, but he's
R.I.P.
dead. And D'Angelo, it's not as good as any D'Angelo record,
it
right?
couldn't be.
Even musically, it's not, right?
Sure.
Because it's more formulaic and polished than
Yeah.
D'Angelo was.
Yes.
Right? There's something about it. So I don't want to say that it's that, but I would say that like, it would be an amazing record if it had more vocal range and a killer singer on it, because it's pretty good as is, and musicianship wise, it's really good. And the fact that it's Jack Harlow, it makes it unexpected. But what I found most funny is the internet is killing Jack Harlow with nicknames after this thing. So can I give you a couple. Can I give you a couple nicknames?
Hit me.
Okay. Most definitely not. Yaqub Kweli.
What does that mean? I mean, I know the Talib Kweli.
I think they're going after the fact that he.
What is
I don't know if
Yaqub?
he's Jewish
Should
or
I know
looks
what that
Jewish,
means?
like Jacob. It's like a.
Oh, it's like a. Okay.
Old Dirty Alabaster.
That's a good one.
A Tribe Called Conquest. Earl Dress Shirt.
Earl dress shirt.
Tyler the Developer. Couple more. Irish Gambino. White Clef Jean. And I get two more. White Thought.
Yes.
And NWA, Neighborhood Watch Association.
I think Earl dress shirt's my favorite.
So they've been just killing him in the comment sections, and it's hilarious. But I also, low-key, I think the record's decent. I just wish, like, every time he sings down here the whole time, I want someone to, like, just kill it with a vocal run and sing much higher.
Yeah.
And so there's that portion of it. But that's my BoomTimes, because I found it both like a new interesting album that I listened to for various different reasons.
And the discourse
production
around
I liked,
it.
and then the discourse around it was hilarious. Yeah.
That's great. BoomTimes, I have. So I watched this movie a couple weeks ago, actually. It's called Send Help. Saw it in the theater. It's a Sam Raimi horror movie. Sam Raimi has done all different genres of movies, but I love him best for like Heart of Darkness and the Evil Dead movies.
The original Evil Dead.
Yeah, man.
Just
and this movie is in the vein of those.
Okay.
And it's so good, and it's so like campy. And Rachel McAdams plays like one of the two stars of the movie where they're on.
I have to see this.
It's so good, dude. And their plane goes down and they wash up on a deserted island, and it's basically
Don't spoiler alert.
I'm not. And then that's the movie, and it goes from there.
Okay.
And it's dark and twisted and hilarious and gross and amazing, and it's so great. So Send Help. I don't know if it's still in theaters. If it is, go see it. If you can stream it, stream it.
Yeah.
But it's really, really, really good.
I'm definitely going to check that out.
And then the other BoomTimes I have is 2 Saturdays ago, Gorillaz was on Saturday Night Live. I don't know if you watched this.
Was that the Harry Styles one?
No, Harry Styles was this past Saturday. He was musical guest and host. But Gorillaz put out a new album. I don't love it, but I only listened to it once.
Sure. It's no Jack.
It's no Jack Harlow. But Gorillaz performed on Saturday Night Live,
Earl
and the first song they performed was Clint Eastwood, which is, I believe, their first big hit from like 24 years ago or whatever. Del the Funky Homo Sapien was on stage with Damon Albarn, who's the lead creator, singer, mind of Gorillaz, who, as Casey found out, was the lead singer, creator of Blur in the 90s. One of my favorite bands ever. Gorillaz is a great band. The performance of Clint Eastwood with Del was so good.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give the new Gorillaz album another listen, see if I like it, but shout out Gorillaz.
Yeah. 1.5 thumbs up.
1.5 thumbs up.
Okay.
That's all I got.
That's all you got, man?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for riding with us today. We'll be back at some point with another
Hopefully
neighborhood.
soon.
Yeah.
This must be the place. Yeah, this must be the place.